Hello, I am Venkat Koshnam, a doctoral student at the University of Maryland Global Campus. My research explores facilitating ethical adoption of artificial intelligence technologies in the public sector. Dr. Mary Jo Anderson is the dissertation chair for this research. In this research, the artificial intelligence or AI refers to the tools, methods, or technologies in general that mirrors human intelligence in many areas. Public sector refers to the federal, state, and local or municipal government agencies or departments, excluding defense or military organizations. Ethical AI adoption refers to the implementation, deployment, integration, or usage of AI technologies, ensuring alignment with generally accepted AI ethical principles. Public sector organizations face several ethical challenges when adopting AI technologies. For instance, due to inherent data or algorithmic biases, the autonomous decision making may perpetuate or exacerbate existing biases. The opaque and complex nature of these algorithms can cloud transparency and obstruct accountability. Data collection, storage, and usage may threaten individual privacy and security and the integrity of the processes in general. The risk of not providing equitable services across all sections of society may erode the trust in AI systems providing public services. Let's see some real life examples. Word embedding is a technique used in many machine learning and natural language processing algorithms. Studies note that incorrectly trained logic can result in gender stereotypes at a disturbing level. The example here shows how blatantly sexist the AI logic can become. Another study reveals how algorithmic bias caused astounding 80% of denial of mortgage applications for the black people. The unfairness and injustice can further extend to predicting violent crimes on black defendants beyond truth. Further, such algorithms are capable of introducing healthcare disparities, hate speech, and misinformation. In an organizational setting, especially the public sector organizational setting, this can cause serious harm and reputational risks. So, without the guardrails of ethical guidelines, adopting AI can get into a vicious cycle of bias, discrimination, and abuse, causing injustice to marginalized communities, ultimately eroding trust in public institutions. This presents a compelling need for integrating ethical standards in adopting AI for public services. It follows that the AI technologies pose substantial ethical challenges to the public sector that can systemically perpetuate biases, discriminate marginalized communities, result in inequitable service delivery, or violate privacy, transparency, and accountability in government operations, and may ultimately erode trust in public services. Hence, there is an urgent need to identify factors facilitating ethical adoption of AI technologies by public sector organizations. Research shows that public sector can benefit from AI. However, while non-adherence to the ethical principles can lead to disparity in service and erode public trust, research also shows that integrating AI ethics into practice is challenging. However, it is advantageous to align ethical principles with organizational strategies and capabilities to realize ethical adoption of AI. In line with this, the research question developed is how can public sector organizations facilitate ethical adoption of AI technologies? The CMO frameworks were used to develop the research question. In the context of civilian public sector organizations utilizing various interventions around capabilities, leadership, and policy and governance, through mechanisms such as frameworks, best practices governing ethical usage of data, algorithms, and technology to realize the outcome of AI adoption, aligning with ethical standards and best practices. In the landscape of literature, the intersection with AI and the public sector highlights the benefits and challenges or barriers to adoption and the role ethics plays. Guided by ethical imperatives around building public trust and ensuring transparency, literature also discusses the regulatory frameworks and the social impact of AI. Literature around AI ethical concerns resonate with algorithmic bias and questions of justice and fairness, safeguarding data privacy and ensuring accountability, ethical policy, and governance. Several organizational factors are also discussed in literature around capabilities and leadership driving policies that may uphold ethical standards. The research uses a combination of the TOE, Technology Organization Environment Framework, and the core AI ethical principles as the theoretical lens. The TOE framework, developed by Tonatsky and Fleischer in 1990, identifies the technological, organizational, and environmental contexts influencing technology adoption, including technology availability, organizational structures, and industry characteristics. Complementing this, the core AI ethical principles, based on guidelines by Jovin et al. And other studies addressing key areas of ethical concerns around bias, discrimination, justice and fairness, privacy, transparency, accountability, and governance. The TOE framework is very relevant for this study as it provides a holistic view at an organizational level by considering technological, organizational, and environmental factors. The theory suits well for the complex nature of AI adoption, addressing the interplay between internal capabilities, regulatory requirements, and external market influences. The conceptual model integrates key elements from the TOE framework and the core AI ethical principles, connecting ethics and AI adoption in the public sector. It highlights how environmental factors like AI regulations and public perceptions, organizational aspects such as project structures and resources, and technological infrastructure and data integration collectively influence ethical AI adoption. The research method for this study employs a systematic literature review. After framing the research question, a thorough literature search was conducted on various databases. Data extraction followed established guidelines, and search results were documented using Prisma. Quality appraisal of the articles were performed using Tapupas, combined with a 3-point Likert scoring system. The selected articles are currently being coded using Atlas TI software. The confidence of the findings will be assessed using SEQUAL. Also, feedback from two subject matter experts on the overall process and the findings will be documented as part of the research. The search strategy involves database selection, keyword and search string development, executing and refining search results, and documenting the search process. Search terms cover a broad spectrum of AI adoption in public sector and the ethical challenges. Peer-reviewed scholarly articles in English published in the last 5 years were considered, and non-academic sources, conference papers, and symposium articles were excluded at this time. The four databases were utilized for a comprehensive literature search. The Prisma notes here how the articles resulted from four databases after initial scanning were shortlisted based on source type, period, language, and eliminating duplicates. After screening for title and abstract, followed by full text reviews, resulted in 55 articles for quality assessment using Tapupas. After the quality appraisal, 42 articles were finalized for qualitative synthesis. The quality assessment of the articles was conducted using the Tapupas frameworks as noted. This assessment was combined with the 3-point Likert scale scoring system and further categorized under 3 quality ratings. Articles were ranked by the total score and also assessed individually by Tapupas criteria. The selected articles demonstrated higher quality across all Tapupas criteria, ensuring a robust and reliable research outcome. Some of the key data set extracted are sector, industry, research design, main findings, outcome measures, limitations, and relevancy to the research. More than 30 articles were directly related to AI adoption by the public sector, and the remaining were closely relevant fields. Majority of the articles selected represent AI research conducted in North America, Europe, and Asia. The selected articles note their main findings in the areas of AI perception, impact, ethical challenges, organizational factors, regulation, governance, resources, and policy implications with global perspectives. The authors also express limitations around cultural and regional differences, technological evolution, and generalizability issues. At this time, the 42 articles selected for thematic synthesis is undergoing coding using Atlas TI. An overview of the research was shared with the SMEs. The next steps are to complete coding and synthesize findings, work on discussions of results, identify actionable management recommendations, and seek SMEs feedback along the way and complete other dissertation requirements. Thank you for watching the presentation. I look forward to your feedback and I'm excited to share my findings with you. Thank you.